Hello and welcome to Zeb's Cars Detailing. In this video content I will be doing a stage 2 machine polish on this Audi A5 Black Edition. Right now the whole panel is just covered with swirl marks. So I don't know if you can see as much. If I zoom in I don't think you'll be able to see the swirl marks. But it's literally when the sun reflects onto it, you'll see massive circles of marks all across every single panel. The wheels do need a bit of a clean up, but the owner just says he's going to take you to a wheel specialist and get them fully refurbed. So if I just take you across the side, I mean it looks clean from the camera, but honestly speaking it just needs a good deep wash and like I said, stage 2 machine polish. So if I was to zoom in from here, for example, that's at some point on his life this car has been resprayed, and that's his overspray that is sitting on top of the paintwork. Now the best way of doing this is to get a wet sand paper, which is a 2000 grit, and just slowly just go over it until you've removed this completely, and use the ultimate compound polish to obviously bring it back to life. And there are some sort of scratch marks here. I don't know if you can see here, for example, across all this panel. So the owner was not happy with the marks and the swirl marks that's created over time. This will be done by wet sanding, so I'll be using a 2000 wet sand paper and use the compound polish and then use a wax polish on top. So that will be, I'll be able to get it at least 90%, because it has gone through the paint. You can hear that, I'm doing it from my nail, but I'll do my best to at least hide it. And the bumper as well, same with the bumper, just needs a real deep shine. And one other thing as well, I'll be changing the tail light. You can see it's cracked, so the owner obviously bought a replacement one for me to fit, and I'll be changing that. But nothing too major, it's just swirl marks and just medium scratch marks all over the car, which I'll be able to get it removed. So this is just the before you can see video. I thought I'd just give you an introduction of what I'm doing in today's content on this specific car, and hopefully you enjoy the content throughout this video. Now that I've washed the car, I used snow foam, I did a pre-wash, and I used a drying towel on the A5. I'm going to focus on this scratch mark here. It's gone through the paint, but hopefully I'll be able to give at least 80 to 85%, so I'll be able to hide it so you won't see it as much. So I'm using a 2000 wet sandpaper. I'm going to fold it in half and just ever so slightly just going to go into forward and backwards motion, but continuously, so I won't stop. Once it's wet, I'll use a drying microfiber cloth, wipe it off again, and I'll start to use this 2000 wet sandpaper. Keep applying it, just don't stop until you think the white line has faded. I'm not sure if you can notice, but this mark has slightly, it's fading away. Well, before it was a white scratch mark, you can see it for miles. So I've managed to sand this down. I'm going to keep on doing it until I'm satisfied with it, and then I'll use the compound polish, use it a few times until it's completely, almost gone. Keep applying wet to the sandpaper. So have a bucket of water, and this needs to be wet. You cannot do it on the dry because you're going to create more scratch marks on the panel. And just keep applying it nice and slow, so there's no pressure onto the actual scratch mark. And you're not taking off the paint, you're taking off the clear coat that is on the paint. So if it goes white, just don't panic. I mentioned this in my previous video. Once you polish it out, it will go back to its normal, shyness. But you need to be very patient to do this. You can't just do it, within minutes or so. It takes a bit of time, and it's very time consuming. But the results are amazing once you have wet sanded and used certain polishes, and it will look nice for the coming years. Now I'm going to use a microfiber cloth and wipe it down. I might have to apply a little bit of pressure because it's gone through the paint, so I can't do much about it. Well, it will need a whole respray, this whole quarter panel. But I'm doing my best so the customer, is satisfied and he won't be able to see this white scratch mark. I don't want to do a bit more, so I don't want to add more wet sanding. It's just not going to look good. So I've done the best I can. I did mention it's not going to be perfect, but it will be sort of hidden, on this panel once it's polished up. Now I'm going to use the ultimate compound from Maguire's, and I'm going to try and give it a proper deep massage, and so all of these marks around here will be gone, and hopefully the white mark will be sort of blended in with the panel itself. Make sure you just apply pressure and just dab it across the panel. Now I'm going to do speed setting 2 and apply pressure when you're actually polishing this panel, especially the marks, the scratch mark. So I'm not sure if you can see it as much, but if I do from this angle, you can certainly see the scratch mark is slightly fading away. So I've got to keep applying the compound. I might use a different machine polisher because this one's too big for its size. So I'm going to use the mini one and just focus on this scratch mark here. But it will eventually go, but it won't be 100%. Maybe 85-90% it will be gone. and at least will be sort of blended into the paintwork so the customer will be able to see it as much. So I don't know if you can see it. So this part is now doing this sort of, you know, this sort of work, sort of magic. So I've decided to use a mini machine polisher and just focus on a white mark, where you can see from here. And I'm going to use a clean cloth to wipe off the polish. So okay, it's not gone 100%, but if I keep applying, you can see the mark here is sort of started to do its work, like I mentioned before. And you know, it is time consuming, but the results, you know, you save you a couple £100 doing a quarter panel as in respray. Then this will cost maybe a couple of quid just to at least blend it in. And hopefully, if I keep doing using the compound polish, I'll be able to just blend it in the background. So I've used wet sanding paper to focus on this part of the scratch mark, using the same method, and just keep applying until it's, you know, kind of blended in. And hopefully it will. It's just time consuming. The top part has blended in, so you won't be able to see as much. But it's just a little piece of scratch mark that needs a bit more attention to it. I mean, it's not the best, but if I was to, for example, fade out, also zoom out, I don't think you can see the black or the scratch mark. If I show you where it is, here. So, like I said, and I keep saying it, it's not 100%, but it's, at least it's hidden, and you won't be able to see it as much. Even here, you can't see it. But if I tell you where it is, that's a little scratch mark. We're using the different methods of polishes I have. I'll keep using that and see if I can blend it in as much as I can. But this is the best I can do. If I go any further, I'm going to damage the paintwork and I'm going to create more scratch marks on that panel. So it's best to leave it as it is. The car needs a whole mop and polish stage 2. So I'll be using other products on this vehicle, and hopefully this mark will be sort of faded in. You won't be able to see it, but I have managed to do to remove that scratch mark as much as possible. There are some imperfections across each panel, and it's just fine marks on across the car, which needs machine polishing. So I'll be starting that now with all the products I have. I'll be using the ultimate compound polish from Meguiar's, the liquid wax from Meguiar's, and the finishing glaze from 3M. So and that will give a much better shine being a black car. So I'll catch you later in the video. The other annoying thing the owner was not impressed was, and it's doing this a bit of a heading as well, was the overspray here. You can see that's the original paint. At some point in his life this car had a respray, or maybe had something done to it and overspray has gone and it's sitting on top of the actual paint. Now same method again, using a 2000 wet sandpaper, and I'm just going to go backwards and forwards. Hopefully this will come off. It's just going to take a bit of time. What the best we do is, if I start from here, okay. Just doing a trial on this first. Let's see if that helped. It is slowly coming off. It's just going to take time, like I mentioned. So I'm going to concentrate on this panel here, and then I'm going to machine polish the entire car. In the time lapse I did, you can see I have taken off the mark that was on this side panel, all the door seals. So there's no oversprays, just by using a wet sand with patience, and just keep applying until it's completely gone. So you can see there is no more overspray, and it is very smooth if I go across it. So I've got rid of the swirl marks on this panel here. You can see the shyness, or the black colour is sort of striking out. So where I think it was here where you saw swirl marks and you can't see a single thing, it's just completely gone. So what I did is a technique is you apply a little bit of pressure on the actual machine and just slowly do it on a slow setting speed, and just do it back and forth until it's completely gone. So very satisfied with how it's coming out. Just looking forward to the end results. So you see the bonnet makes a massive difference in just using a compound polish. You can see the shyness, and you can see the reflection as well, and it just looks stunning now. It looks brand new. Where I had so many swirl marks, there's not a single one. So it is a bit of a hard work, because you've got to apply pressure onto the machine polish at a very slow speed setting. So I'm kind of out of breath, but the results you can see for yourself. It looks amazing. And if I zoom in, you can't see no swirl marks, not a single one. So I thought I'd just give you an update because I did the entire car machine polishing, so it does take time. You can see for yourself the bonnet, the bumper, it is gleaming. It looks so clean and smooth. If you go on the back of your hand, you can feel the smoothness on the paintwork. And looking at the video just now, you can see it was transformed by miles. I had to compound the polish twice because there were a bit of imperfections, but if I give you a bird's eye view, you can just see it's so glossy. And with black cars you tend to have more glossy, more shyness if you have a black car. So when the sun reflects on it, it will shine and people will look at it. So the entire car is done. I have done the compound polish on all the panels. You can see the reflection. I need to do the wheels, so that's the last thing I'll do. But you can see the reflection of my machine polisher. So I'm almost there. I just did the bumper. So if I zoom out, you can see the reflection and shininess on the bumper. But yeah, well impressed. And this is just the ultimate compound. So I'm going to use a finishing glass, which I'll be polishing it by hand, and you'll see the before and after effects of these polishes. So I've just added a polish on this side. So I'm using Meguiar's Ultimate Liquid Wax. The best polish I've ever come across. I've used Sonax and various other brands, but Meguiar stands out from the crowd. So I'm going to leave the liquid wax polish for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to go on this section of the bumper. I mean the bonnet, and it's just circular motions. You can leave it on for a couple of minutes. If you leave it for too long, it's going to be a bit hard to remove, and the polish itself will be a bit hard and a bit, crumbly, if you can say. So again, circular motions. Try out some of pressure so you can get the real shyness. So polish embeds onto the panel. This is like an extra protection. So I've used a compound which removed the swirl marks. Now I'm using this wax here. Even with the applicator, just apply more pressure because there's quite a lot of polish inside. So it's best to use a bit of elbow grease. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see. So, the liquid wax was on this section of the bonnet, and you can see the shine. It just made it a bit more glossier, and yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm quite impressed. Well, very impressed with the outcome. Just imagine when I do the whole car, you'll see a massive difference. I use this on my 6 Series, and I've used it on the E46. So it is the best liquid wax on the market. I'm going to apply a bit more just be careful when you do buy this product, because it's too liquidy. It just pours out immediately, so be gentle when you open it. I've come across a few of these from this polish, but yeah, I'm gonna just do a bit more. Right. Okay, spread as much as you can on the panel, especially the bonnet. The bonnets tend to be a bit bigger and wider, so spread out as much as you can, but spread it evenly in circular motion, so it soaks up all the polish from the applicator. I tend to leave it for a couple of minutes, maybe 30 seconds or less than a minute, so it actually embeds onto the bonnet. Not sure if you see before and after. So compound polish on the left hand side, and then the right hand side is the liquid wax. So I don't know if you can see much, but there are perfections on the right hand side. It just looks much cleaner, much smoother, and it looks like crystal mirror glass, whereas the left is just a little bit dull. But I mean, I can see the difference in real life. Maybe the cameras aren't picking up enough quality through my camera here, but I can definitely see the results of applying this hand polished liquid wax. Another trick to clean your windows is sometimes when you get watermarks on the windscreen and glass, it's hard to get rid of, right? So if we use this is called a wire wool. It's kind of like a soft mesh material. Basically, you use a glass cleaner, and you just use this, apply on the windscreen. I think hopefully you should see it from here. So apply like so, use this and just do a circular motion. All the dirt and all the rain marks will be removed just by using this piece of material. It's quite old school, so a lot of people used it back in the 80s and 90s. And I'm quite surprised that no car detailer in the YouTube sort of industry has mentioned this. So very unusual. They keep mentioning about car polishes and what glass cleaner is the best. But the best solution is to buy this wire wool. It's ideally for glass or even chrome bits on the vehicle. Just use it gently, spray some glass cleaner and wipe it off with a cloth. So like so. Do from the other side as a demonstration, but there is no watermarks or any sort of dirt on the glass. It's completely gone. So thanks to this, it's not even that expensive, but thanks to the wire wool, it actually works. I'm trying to zoom in. For example, all the polish that I used, you can see from this angle, right? So again, apply a little bit of glass cleaner and the circular motion, and it's already getting removed without applying any pressure. And it's all gone. The most easiest and the best solution in the car detailing industry, especially on my YouTube channel. So you can buy this wire wool online, eBay, Amazon. I'm guessing because of a couple of quid. One of my valeters gave this to me, a whole bunch. So I don't know how much it costs, but it's not expensive. It's very cheap to buy, easy to use, and straightforward. You don't have to use any other materials or any polishers to get rid of the dirt or water or rain marks on the glass. Use this simple method and job done. And this is the finishing results of the Audi A5 Black Edition. You can see I've used the Maguire's Fast Glass Liquid Wax Polish. And I can see the reflection is like mirror glass, crystal clear. See the reflection of the house, of the flats just here, is just amazing. So another happy customer. And this is all by hand polish. So I use the compound with a machine polish, and then I hand polish the entire car. So if I sit here from this angle, you can see how perfect the paintwork is, looking shiny. And this is cloudy, so imagine when it's sunny and the sun is reflecting on the bodywork, on the black car. It will look amazing, outstanding, stunning. So looking forward for the weather. When the sun is out, then I'll do another quick clip of how it looks. But you can see for yourself, it's just amazing how it shined out. Where before it was just filled with raw marks, and he had a few scratch marks as well, which I got rid of. The wheels, just so you know, I did just a deep clean because the customer is going to refurb them as soon as possible. So in the next coming weeks, so hence I never use any detailing polishes or any sort of wax spray on the wheels because they're going to get refurbed at some point soon. I've also changed the tail light. On the right side there was a massive crack, so again the customer didn't know how to fit it, and that's why I helped him fit the tail light. So all perfect. The exhaust again is shiny. I just need to polish them, but for now they look amazing. And if I just stand back from here, you can see all the reflection, and it looks amazing. I'm very impressed, and I know the customer will be over the moon. So thanks for watching. Keep watching my content. Subscribe, like, share and comment on my YouTube channel, but also hit the bell icon as well so you can see the upcoming videos coming on my channel. This is me signing out, and I'll see you soon.